Okay. I've just started the recording, so we'll skip the intro because it's doing that duplicate thing again. Right, episode 7. Unfortunately, your party is short a bard for this week, so Tina's unavailable for today's session. But just recapping, you have just finished a battle with Sefek Kaltro, the person that Ash Louise is convinced is guilty of these murders, these ice dagger murders. He was wielding an ice longsword, double-handed in the battle, and I think that was enough to convict him in your eyes. Or I think it was actually Elros. You convicted him of touching you on the shoulder inappropriately, which sort of started the ball rolling and spells flying, and things went downhill from there. You've just finished this battle, and you've been gotten away with it, I guess, battling in the streets, convincing the leader of the town, the speaker, Silver Dragonborn, that you're here on official business hunting down a killer, and that this was the guy that you were supposed to be taking into custody or dealing with, and now you've got his body to laying at your feet. So I'm just going to go straight to you guys. What do you want to do from here?
Hello, Ash. This was your claim.
Yeah.
What the hell do we do with this guy?
I wanted him to be interrogated and brought to trial, but now we've killed him.
Yes. With a slip of the axe.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
I think
yeah, go for it, Ash.
if we could detain his employer, we could use Zone of Truth to interrogate him and get some answers, but that would need to wait until tomorrow.
Mm. Yep, and Torvis is not extending your sort of free reign as constables to, detaining others. It was the last week's heroic persuasion effort was convincing that you have a legitimate reason to arrest Sefek Kaltro.
I don't think necessarily he's necessarily a villain in any of this. By detain, I don't mean we haul him to a cell, but we might profit by interrogating him.
Okay.
Nonetheless,
Yeah. Well, it's not like this is a large town or anything. All these last couple of towns you've been through have been more like villages with what used to be a keep. So a keep that protected them, but it was a small group of fishing villages. There's one street, one line of shops. So the other thing that Trovis has requested of you, because you're sitting around the tavern, like there's not local jail cells or anything like that to speak of, is to investigate some thieving that's been going on. I don't know if you remember, if you recall that. I can revisit that if you need to.
I recall something dimly about it, but if you could refresh
refresher on that one. Because
okay, all right, yeah, I'll do that. So speaking with Torvis, he said that if you guys are, you guys seem to be quite capable, and he's actually in need of heroes to track down some missing goods that have been going over the last couple of weeks. There's been goats stolen from the local tavern, small stack of pearls that were carved into decorative beads, missing from Frozen Far expeditions. And you remember like a colour switching lantern that was hanging out the front of the local inn, which also got stolen. And apparently that one of the innkeeper's sister came in swearing black and blue that there's tracks leading away from the from where the lantern was. And I think that's where we left it. As to whether you follow the tracks, I think there was about 3 options you were kicking around. Whether you follow these tracks and investigate this, whether you head straight out of town and head on to Kelvin's Cairn, which was where you were originally heading in that direction, or whether you head back towards Bryn Shander and see if you can get a reward for this Sefek Kaltro guy.
Well, it might hurt us to look around, I guess.
I'm in agreement. We should have a look further, especially around the inn.
Yep. Okay. So let's see. It'd be around the... So the sister, what's her name? Corrie, will lead you to the rear of the inn, where she points to what clearly are some tracks, and they're still present because they're under the eaves. They're still in the snow, but they're under the eaves, and so protected from the more recent snow that might have fallen over the last day or so.
What are they tracks of?
Have we got anyone with survival?
Yeah, Sharpie will have a look.
Sharpie, can you crank out the survival roll for me? Oh. Okay, let's have a look. I assume Jackus is having a look too, seeing as you're rolling. So the tracks leading, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so there's small depressions in the ground, and they lead away from the inn and its outbuildings. Yeah, it looks like they are fairly obscured, but as in from other people walking across them and so on. But there's a couple of clear boot prints, probably, sturdy walking shoes or boots. From the impressions, pretty heavy. You can't identify a race or anything like that.
Alright, well, if Jackus is willing to come with me, I'll follow along as best I can.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, did the town say how much we're getting for this?
They didn't, no.
We're getting in good with the sheriff,
Pretty much.
so he doesn't arrest us.
He said
All
that.
right.
I think there was a question about that last week, but you can approach him again. He says they don't really have treasures to speak of to pay for bounty hunters to go searching this stuff down. But Corrie pipes in and says we could give you a couple of barrels of good ale.
All right, sure. And food for our trip.
Yes, certainly. And one other thing is, if you're the Frozen Far Expeditions is a shop that's in town, and being on the perimeter of 10 towns, many of the people who leave 10 towns and go off into the wilderness restock here. It's where this party that you were sort of following in the trail of, they restocked here and set off towards Kelvin's Cairn. And they might be able to get you a discount with him. He's his own business, of course, but the authorities and the obviously the innkeepers carries a bit of weight in town as well, being the only inn that's open. Tavern, sorry.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So you've done your survival roll to try and follow these tracks, and between the two of you, you get a little bit confused in them, and it might take another look. Maybe a fresh set of eyes, maybe a different day even. They seem to be milling around towards the back of the inn. But they hug the side and go under the eaves, but you sort of lose track of them and probably get lost. They might still exist, but they get lost amongst the other tracks around the place once you leave the area of the inn immediately.
So we weren't able to follow them?
Weren't able to follow them. You're not convinced that they don't exist, or you don't know whether it's not like you're following a set of tracks and they just vanish or stop or something. It's amongst the crisscross of people walking across them. It becomes a bit hard.
Maybe we should check out the Frozen Expedition, see if there's any tracks around there for pearls.
Yep. Okay. Now, just checking, is the party going there as a group? At the moment, it's just Jackus and Sharpie.
I would have tagged along.
I'll get this bandit out of your mix.
I want to ask the merchant where he's going, or if he's staying in town for the next few days.
No. So on your request, Ash, the speaker of the town, Torvis, sends two of his militia just to say to this merchant leader, don't sort of pack up and leave town just yet, just in case there's more questions.
Excellent. Fantastic. In that case, yeah, I'll be with the group.
Okay.
Yep, I'll go too.
Great. So that's Threads. And I think that's everyone. Elros.
Yeah, I was tagging along with them, so yeah.
Okay. All right, so you head out to Frozen Far Expeditions. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it looks like they've lost some pearls at around the same time as the lantern went missing, but they say that they have had stuff go missing, anything portable and valuable, some from within the shop itself, and it's bizarre, like almost as if they've been able to just get in completely unseen. Like they would have thought that at the time they went missing, they should have spotted the person, or someone was in the shop at the time.
Invisible, maybe.
Yeah, or that's the word they use. A ghost, teleportation, whatever. But something odd. So that's questioning the frozen.
Any chance of spotting some tracks outside that maybe pin them to about the right time?
Sure. Do you want to nut your heads together as a party and just have one person roll with advantage for the group rolling?
How about me and Tina each roll? Threads with both best survival.
Threads, how's your survival?
+6.
Okay. All right, so away you go. Both of you can have a hunt about and see what you can see around this Frozen Far Expeditions. We've got an 18 from Sharpie and a 14 from Threads. So with that, you do see a set of prints, just one set of prints, sort of circling around the back of the Frozen Far Expeditions. and they look to be about the same size and weight as the ones that you saw a little bit more clearly under the eaves at the inn. And they lead away from the town to the north, probably slightly northwest. Northwest. They look like that you could follow them if you want to just head out of town off into the wilderness, away from the lake as well.
Do they seem fresh?
Yeah, probably within a day.
The tracks lead off to the northwest. What do you guys think? Shall we follow?
May as well.
We have just had a fight. Are we in shape to take them on if we catch up to them?
Probably not. We should probably rest here and set out first thing in the morning.
Tracks will be gone by then.
It's not snowing heavily now, not to say that it might do overnight.
Question, DM. What time of day is it roughly?
Let's say you came in midday, had investigated the town, had the fight, investigated probably another hour around the town. So getting towards sundown, or what passes for sundown here, maybe an hour or so left.
Okay. The other option is we go as far as we can up the road, following the tracks, and then rest in the wilderness. I mean, we've got tents and stuff, so we can. That's always an option.
Yeah, I agree. Rest on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Saddle up the Axebeak. What's your Axebeak's name, by the way? Does it have a name?
Big Chook.
Okay. Done. All right, so you all head out, following these tracks. Go about half a mile or so, so taking up about 15 minutes by the distances you're talking about. And you get to a point where the tracks stop, and there's some sort of markings on the ground over a sort of a 15-foot area, and then another set of tracks much larger heading off. At this point, any tracker in the party, a tracker of the party could investigate this area with a survival roll.
I could do that. Is that with advantage or just normal?
With advantage if the rest of the group are helping you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move you guys. You're now into the ice wilderness. You're moving north of the furthest north of 10 towns now.
So presumably quite cold.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see this area coming up ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just moving some tokens around, make a bit of space. Right, so what do we get?
25.
Threads, 25. Cool. So you can tell that these scratchings and sort of scrapings are a large sled, probably similar to the dog sled, the few dog sleds that you've seen around the place. And so these heavy boots stomping through the through the snow, finish where this sled is, and some sort of large creature must have just been standing there in the snow, and it's now looks to you like it's pulling a sled. So you can see these large footprints, and there's sled tracks going over the top of them, so you know that it's the sled tracks that's coming second. Sorry, it was a 25, was it?
Yep.
Okay. The footprints that you're following are booted, and you can tell that the boots are split at the toe because you can see large toe prints in the snow as well.
Are these the same tracks that we were following out of the town?
They are, but it's now a different size. Different boots. Poorly made.
So I relay this
Yeah.
information to the party.
So if I get my little drawing tool out, freehand, because that's how I roll, you know, there's 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you see these little red markings here? And then there's some sort of scratchings and scrapings, and then there's 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is now what you're following. Does that make sense?
How old are they?
Both of them seem to be about a day old. There wasn't a heavy snow last night, and it hasn't completely covered them over. It was just a really cold, clear night. You can tell it's about a day because the wind itself has sort of shaved off some of the harder edges on the footprints in the snow.
Would anybody know of any creature that could change like this? I ask the party.
It was probably just the small one. Probably just got on the sled.
Oh, okay. Then where would the
Big track.
There was someone was waiting for them, you mean?
Yeah. Simplest explanation. Don't guarantee it being right. Has Sharpie ever seen like footprints? What the big footprints might be from?
Can you see these 2 footprints over to the left that I've drawn? Those are much deeper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Those are much deeper and much sharper. It looks like whatever was standing in that position might have been standing like that for a long time. More than daylight hours at least. And it's probably the same set of prints that then lead back north.
So something was waiting for him.
Mm.
I would like to send Dawn out over the lake to follow the tracks.
Okay, so Dawn, how are you asking Dawn to follow the tracks? I'm not sure. Are you able to? It speaks your language, doesn't it? That's right.
Yeah, so I speak to her in Sylvan,
Okay.
just because that's my language that
That's
I
how
like,
you roll.
and I just ask her to follow the tracks.
Okay. So Dawn flies off and follows the tracks, and probably let's have a look. Oof. And about a half an hour later, Dawn comes back.
I ask her if she found whatever was making the tracks.
She says, I don't think she speaks. Does she understand your language?
So, yeah, she understands me. So 1 squawk for yes, 2 squawks for no.
We'll try and see, so long as you so we know how the deal works. So long as you ask yes, no questions, that her, 6 intelligence or 8 intelligence or whatever it is. She's actually more wiser than half the party, but not necessarily. Still an animal intelligence. So what's the yes/no question? Did you find?
Did she find what was making the tracks?
No.
Well, I said to the party, it seems safe for us to at least follow this a little further if we want to.
Yeah. And at this stage, because you're half a mile out from town, and it's about 15 minutes or so before sundown at this point.
I think we should keep pushing on.
Yep. Okay.
For at least a few more minutes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so...
Well, if the eagle couldn't catch him in half an hour, we won't be doing anything in 15. I reckon if we point out the place to the speaker, he might just be happy with that.
I'm just going to shift you to another map. Let's see. You should see the map of all the different locations and things coming up. So I'm going to draw the line that you've followed. There we go. Whoops. Freehand. There we go. Can you see that?
So it's actually pretty much heading straight towards Kelvin's Cairn anyway.
Where we're needing to go.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to make camp then as the sun goes down? Or head back. Okay, cool. So we'll just put a little marker.
That was a yes.
Did we take?
Us, but I'm not sure if.
Yeah. Did we pick up the body of that guy?
No, he's pretty much frozen on ice back at the town of Caer-Konig.
Ash, you going to be okay with that?
Let me see. Okay with my position, do you mean?
Are you fine?
You were the one who wanted him down.
Are you
that
fine
had all
with,
the evidence.
Yeah. Are you fine with the body being left in this town for the time being?
Well, we have no choice, yeah. It has to be in the custody of... I have no magic that speak with the dead at the moment. Not for a while, so there's nothing really... Because, we're hot on this trail, so hopefully this mission will be short enough that we can come back and resolve all of that.
Yep. So you follow these tracks into the foothills around... overnight. You have an uneventful night, unmolested by beasts and creatures or anything like that. One odd thing though, which... Let's see, I just have to roll to see who experienced this. Is this... Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to jump into the Cone of Silence for one moment. Threads, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so you're sleeping overnight and you're awake at some point when some of the others are resting, because you're not all sleeping for the full 16 hours or whatever. You're just sort of taking shelter, putting up your tents and trying to keep warm. But so there's a fair bit of time to just while away, working away at your arrows or smoothing out the fletchings and things. You spot Sharpie having a snooze, and on his forearm where he's got his arm out of his canvas bag, you see this blister rise up on his forearm. It's probably about 4 inches long and only about an inch across, and pointed at both ends, sort of like a cigar type shape. And you sort of, glance at it, take a looks a little bit freaky, and you sort of look away and look again, and you're pretty certain that you saw it move.
Oh, great.
So his blister moved across his forearm, and then when you sort of like think to yourself, holy shit, and look in close, it's as if it's gone down. You don't see it go down, but it might have. It's something where you might just blink and miss it.
So it's still there, but just seems to not be as bad.
No, his forearm looks smooth, but you definitely saw it sort of move across his forearm and underneath around the other side.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll move us back. Okay, so everyone wakes up well rested as can be, with a cold night out on the tundra amidst the foothills of Kelvin's Cairn. You break your fast. Some pickled knucklehead trout, pickled herring, knucklehead trout in this area, and Kelvin's Cairn is looming above you, not too far away. There's foothills in the distance between you and it. Any particular activities you want to do now, or are you just heading straight out?
Are the tracks still there?
Yeah.
The tracks are still there. You've been pretty lucky with the weather.
Follow tracks. Look for all the people we're supposed to deliver to at this Kelvin's Cairn.
Oh yeah, okay. Keeping
Centre of the bloody world. This place is.
It is. Okay. Can you, as you get into the foothills, it becomes a lot harder over rocky ground to be able to follow the tracks. Threads, can you roll another roll to try and keep track of them, please? You can have advantage for this one. It's mountains now, which is considered your favoured terrain.
That's 24.
24. Okay. You get a good look at these tracks. There's a couple of really good prints now, and you're pretty certain that this is an ogre that you're following. And you clearly see that one of its feet now is pretty much barefoot, and the other one has a boot. You get up into the foothills where it's quite rocky. And you think that you can tell that you lose track of the tracks themselves, but because it's gotten rocky, you think that there's a bit of a path leading up into a ravine.
It looks like the ogre's up there, I tell everybody. Are we following?
Keeping on going?
I mean, we have to decide when we take that rest, don't we? You don't want to get too close that you can't rest.
Yeah, you've taken a long rest already, just overnight, just now.
Oh, okay.
So you've got your hit dice back, and you can reset spells for a journey up into the foothills.
Alright.
I'll let you do that first, and then we'll carry on.
On D&D Beyond,
Yes.
where is my hit dice? Where can I do that?
It's on the short rest option.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And be careful with the long rest, because that doesn't, in this campaign, we're using the slower healing, so a long rest won't just give you all your hit points back, but it does give you half your hit dice, which you can spend straight away in the morning if you choose to.
Yeah, I might have to roll one.
So do we get just the one hit die back each long rest?
Yes.
And we just spend that to heal?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question. We got a long rest now, right?
Yeah, so you just had one at the end of the first day of searching?
Yes. So could I have just used my lay on hands to max and then it resets back to what it was?
No problem. If you've still got lay on hands when you're going to sleep, I'm okay with you using them before you go to bed.
Alright.
Anyway, with my spells, I would have used my spells, so if anyone is low on hit points,
yeah, Sharpie would definitely want a spell.
no problem.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, moving forward, this is for the group, just let me know who needs healing. If I have lay on hands, I could just spend it all before taking a long rest.
Get 17 hit points back, whoever was injured.
That'll do.
I hope so.
Okay. So that next morning, when you're walking up into the foothills, you've got your full complement of spells. And I presume at this point everyone's fully healed.
Yep.
Definitely.
I've pasted your icons on the board if you want to adjust your icons, because I'll cut and paste these when you get to something that's not a large map. Dawn is with you, I presume. Yep. Cool. Okay. Let's crack on. So you're in very rocky ground. There's still a bit of snow on it, a bit of ice on the tops of the bare rock, but it's steep enough that it's not just blanketed in snow. You eventually following this path that seems not as if it's well worn, but clearly to threads at least. There's a easier way to make your way up this, and a number of creatures have gone along this pathway. You can see towards the top of the ravine a blocky stone stronghold with flat surfaces that have been chiselled out. Bereft of any warmth or charm, it's a very simple structure, and it sort of juts out of the hillside in a rough crescent shape. Only part of its construction is visible. The rest, it must be sort of buried in the stone into the cliff face. You can see a large double doors, stone doors, serving as its entrance, a fair way away up the ravine. And the terrain leading up to it is fairly gently upward sloping, with a light layer of snow. Probably a stream used to flow out of this, a barred culvert in the northeast of the main entrance, but it's completely frozen over. There's a few other barred openings can be seen on the northern wall, and to give a sort of commanding view of the hillside. And closer to you, separated, there's this sort of dome type structure made of snow. It's not a snow castle, made of stone but covered in light snow, and it's perforated with arrow slits. I think at that point I can shift you to this new map that you're encountering. Yeah, here we go. I'm just going to go and grab your tokens from the other map that you just updated. But yeah, let me know if you can see this resolving okay. Is it completely black for now?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, everyone's enormous.
I just have dark vision.
Okay. Sharpie, I'm just bringing you down to regular Sharpie size. One square in this map is
10 foot.
Yeah, 10 foot. I think we're right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this pathway here. Sharpie, do you want to have a light source out? It's dim light and you can see... Oh, so you guys can't actually see the terrain ahead, is that right?
No, I can only see to here, and that's as far as I can see.
Okay, well I can fix that because there is dim light in this area. So what I'll do, it's a bit strange, the new lighting system. I can't just light up outdoors without also lighting up indoors, but I can place a token of some sort. Where are we? It's going to look like there's a fire, so this is the way that they maybe their camp would be better. There we go. So I'm now just adding a fire pit. It might not be the best way to do it, but it emits low light. Can you see something now?
Oh, wow.
Oh, the heavens open.
We see everything, I think.
Only to these stone doors up here.
Yeah, that's fine. So you can't see into the stone doors in any case. Okay, so this is going to be a way that I can sort of light up what you can see without actually seeing through other things. So this is now all lit by dim light. Anyone carrying a lantern would see a little bit, wouldn't get the disadvantage to perception checks, looking towards the end of the ravine, but if it's within their light source. I think Sharpie, you're the one that has a lantern, but it's not lit for now.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can see the shape of this ravine. You guys are down the base, about to cross over a small bridge, crossing a frozen stream.
So where was the hill with the arrow slits?
So there are arrow slits here. Can you see this? Off to the left of the main gates. There's arrow slits here and here, to left and right immediately of the main gates. And this structure that you can see here has arrow slits in the side of it. Stone structure covered in snow.
Alright, how do we want to go forward, guys? I don't imagine they're going to be friendly.
Cautiously.
Okay.
Sharpie is going to tie up Big Chook here.
Okay. I'll just move
It's
him
a
onto
little
the
bridge.
side. Yep, okay. And are you going on the path? Are all of you going ahead, or what's the go?
I think I think we should all go together, but I might want to bring up more of the rear, just so I can stay up and heal people.
I'll go in front.
Sensing that this is like a trap, I think I'm going to put mage armor on myself.
Okay.
So it just boosts my AC.
Okay. So we've got Jacus, and then with Sharpie and Threads following, and Elros and Ash in the rear.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you make your way. I'm gonna. You can you see the what are they called? Contour lines. You're about 40 feet below the level of the gates currently. But you start to sort of make your way along this line. Carrying on. Yep. Whoops. I'm accidentally grabbing more of the character. I'm just grabbing the whole lot of you and moving you as a group, assuming that you're moving in this sort of marching order. And as you can see, there's an arrow slit here to the right and an arrow slit here to the left.
Can you see anyone inside those arrow slits?
No, they're very narrow and dark, but you wouldn't expect to be able to see anyone looking through them. The way that arrow slits are structured is, unless someone presses their face right up against them, you wouldn't spot them. Let's have a look. How far away are you? Right, so we're only 50 feet away from these huge gates. Probably 20 feet wide. Stone doors.
Any signs of life? Any noises? Anything?
You're fairly convinced that this path has seen recent use. In the snow, you can still see these ogre footprints every now and then, and a sled has been hauled along this path.
Does the ogre footprints lead up to the door?
Towards the door, at least, yep.
Is this a river? The river that's flowing next to us, is it like a deep river?
It's a frozen stream. So only 10 feet wide, maximum.
Can I see that it goes through the wall up here?
You can, yes. There's bars.
Does it seem like we
there's
could
bars
fit in
across
there?
it. But you need to get closer to have a good look. There you go. You're 70 feet away and 20 feet below that point. It's just gone.
Sharpie.
Yeah, it's just gone 9 o'clock. What might be good, because you can then discuss what you want to do, is I might just do a 5-minute grab a coffee, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna make some tea.
Okay. So I'm just going to pause that. Right.
Funny thing is, my next character is going to be a fighter for this campaign.
If Nina was here, she's a front. I think she's front main.
Yeah, she's College of Swords Bard, so yeah, she's
doesn't have a one defense though.
As frontline,
not as good as
as frontline as a bard gets.
Basically.
All right, so I think
I do have a longboard, but I haven't used it yet.
So I think the plan is for Jack and Sharpie to walk up to the main door while the rest of them hang back for fire support.
Okay. So Threads, Ash, and Zach, if you want to position yourselves or is that where you're going to be? And then Sharpie, I've got you together with Jackus, and you cruise on up.
I'd like to attempt to kind of hide, if there's anything to hide behind.
Sure. Yeah. There's enough rocky undulations in the ground. You know, this is basically a shallow series of small cliffs and whatnot. You can definitely do a stealth check. Okay, so that's just about either their passive perception, if there's anyone who could notice you, or them going with your 12 as an opposed roll with their perception, if they try and actively look out. But Jackus and Sharpie, you make it up to the door.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise.
In what manner are you travelling? Is it, just... are you trying to stealth, or you're walking up as if you own the place, or as if you're visitors, or what's the means of your approach?
As if for visitors, right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, so you just sort of walk up normally. Try and walk in a natural fashion, says the half-orc to the halfling. So you can see, because it's only, let's see, distance, not too far from this culvert. Yeah, you're only 20 foot. That can't be right. It is. Yeah, you're only about 20 foot away from that entrance. And you can see that there are bars a foot or so apart. It's not a really dense mesh or anything like that.
So the main door's locked, and how far away are the arrow slits?
The arrow slits are 20 foot away from you guys as well. And
Can I check if there's anyone looking at us?
Yeah, you've had a good gander as you've gone up and haven't seen anyone looking at you. You can't tell if the doors are locked unless you would need to give them a big heave. It looks like they would be pull doors for you from your perspective.
All right. I'll shout out. Anyone here?
Okay. You shout out, anyone here in common?
Yeah. Doesn't work, I'll shout in Orcish.
Yep. Okay.
Sharpie will hide.
Okay. Do your stealth, Sharpie. Okay, Jackus. A crossbow bolt comes sailing through the air from your rear, striking you in the shoulder. Doing 2 points of damage, a glancing blow.
From which side?
From your rear.
Oh, alright. Rear. I look back, do I see anything?
No. You see Ash trying to hide.
Hey, Ash, did you shoot me?
No, Ash is hiding by covering her eyes with her hand.
Alright. Does I have to make a...
Who shot?
Do I have to make a high roll, or...
Yeah, disadvantage stealth roll. You can have a try if you want.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to be terrible at stealth with my heavy armor.
Prove me a
let's
liar.
see.
Prove me a liar, Ash.
I would trickery cleric maybe, but not this one.
Yeah. Do you want to roll a stealth with disadvantage? Oh, there you go. Ooh.
Wow.
Sharpie. What's your...
Dang.
Jackus, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception 12.
Okay, Ash is a ghost. She's gone Jason Bourne on your ass and vanished.
say, I'm a wisdom cleric. I don't even have 17 passive perception, so.
I do. I can see her. She's right there. I don't know what the problem is.
So we have this complex web of who can see who and who can't see who. But Jackus, for what it's worth, you can roll initiative because you've just been hit by a crossbow bolt. Actually, what we'll do is let's do that for everyone for shits and giggles. I'm clearing the deck. The first roll that successfully goes in is the one.
Okay, let's that one, that.
1, 2, 3, 4, and Elros 5. Good one. Descending. Threads. You see, and you're top of the list. You see a crossbow bolt come sailing out of the mist. In this dim light. And as you see Jackus wince in pain as it thuds into his shoulder, and you can tell it came from over in this direction where this big stone boulder is. What do you want to do?
I would like to... Can I see anybody or anything in that direction?
No.
I kind of whisper as loudly, as quietly as possible while still being audible to everybody in my vicinity that Jack's being attacked from over here, and I kind of motion.
Okay.
And I would like to ready an attack for if anybody or anything comes into vision.
Okay, so you pull out an arrow, notch it, string it, and get ready, pointing in that direction probably, but it's okay if you can loose the arrow in whichever direction you see an aggressor. Sharpie.
Oh, Jackus. Well, looks like they're not friendly. See if you can open the door. I'll check the grate. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6. Over there and see if I can get through that. Have a look through the grate and see if I can squeeze through.
Okay, yeah, it looks like there is a bit of a half tunnel. The bottom half is frozen and the top half you could sort of wriggle through. The issue is the bars, so I'll just check.
So you said they're about a foot apart, so half of them should be able to go through that without too much hassle.
Unless they have the Skulker feat, someone who makes a ranged attack will reveal their position if they are hidden and they attack, whether they hit or miss.
Yeah.
I think.
So you're pretty sure it came from one of the arrow slits, but you just can't see the person who shot it.
I see. Jolly good.
Okay, yeah, so Sharpie, you can wriggle your way through. And you're in sort of an underground stream.
Alright, can you just place me where I get to? I can't see.
Yeah, so I won't position your figure. I'll just describe it for you. So, because you've done your full move to get to this place, didn't you?
No, I've literally done one move, and then I've got dashes.
Oh, that's right. You've got your bonus action, and you can dash as well. Okay, so you wriggle your way through, let's say, 10, 20 feet. You find yourself at a... the stream continues on, but you can also see the hole above you, which looks, it's rough hewn initially, but it looks sort of rounded and more smooth a little bit higher up.
So it looks like a way into the regular.
Possibly.
I'll try that.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for anybody else who might be here.
Okay, I'll get you to do a climbing check. You can use athletics or acrobatics if you like. Your nimbleness can get you up there.
19.
Okay. So let's see this. Okay, so that gets you onto a landing and into a room. Oh, hang on. But let's see. I'm just going to have to change you for a sec because you don't have a light source right now. Actually, I'll give you a low light source so you can see your figure. Let's see, low light. Oh, that's painful. What am I doing? Okay, yes, but you find yourself up in an open room.
Cool.
There you go, and there's shafts of light next to you that you can see. Can you see yourself there?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. This is probably a bit better, where there's some shafts of light coming through from... So you can now see that there's pinpoints of light coming through an arrow slit. But the rest around you is dark. And that's your turn.
Yep.
Jackus, you see Sharpie crawl off to the frozen stream, say, hey, why don't you bust in the door? And then you see his feet disappear through a hole like a mouse.
I'll shout out to Sharpie, can you open the door from there?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just step here a bit, trying to see who shot me.
Okay. You haven't tried to open these gates yet, by the way.
Oh, all right. Yeah, not for now. I want to draw them out so that the other party will know, and I'll take that action.
The dodge?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you sort of step back, call on Sharpie to open the door, and take the dodge action.
Yeah, and just like try to make a motion to come and hit me again.
Okay, you see another crossbow bolt come sailing across, but missing you. What's your arm class? Just remind me.
18.
Yeah, it misses you. You're ready for it this time, and you bat it away with your shield. Again, from this position. Ash and Zach and Threads, you all see that. You're looking in that sort of direction, quite wary. Elros.
Right. So how high up is this tower, roughly?
That tower. Oh, you mean from the ground?
Yeah, from where I am to that arrow slit.
So to that arrow. So the height above you is 10, 20, probably 30 foot, 25 foot above you.
Okay, 25 above.
Yeah.
And I am 50. I'm actually doing math here. I have to fire at an angle of 70 odd. I can still make it. Good. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at second level at that window. At that arrow slit.
You have to target a creature, and you can't see a creature. Magic Missile is not going to work. It unerringly hits.
Alright, fine then. Retcon.
Yeah, that's fine. You can choose to do something else. So the key word there is target. You have to be able to see something.
Yeah, I just saw that too, as well. Yeah. To its target. Yeah. That being said, I want to make my way round to this side, but I can only move to there.
Right. Once you get off the path that's difficult terrain, the path's pretty cruisy to walk along. But when you're going straight up or down these ravines and things, it'll just be just classed as difficult terrain. So no climbing, no climbing check needed. But
go for it. I'm right behind you anyway.
So since it's difficult terrain, it'd be about there, wouldn't it? Because my full movement action is my full move plus dash is 60 feet, but difficult terrain.
Yeah, so you get 30 feet if you dash.
So I can make it right there. Shit. Okay.
6 seconds.
Yeah. That's where I'll have to go.
Okay.
Right to there.
Okay, so you sort of make close half the distance. By the end of it, you're only sort of 10, 15 foot away from the thing, but that's a full move when it's quite steep that you're going up. Images of Saving Private Ryan, opening scene here. Okay, who are we on? Ash. Miss.
Okay, so if you can see the arrow, up to here is a normal terrain, right?
Yeah, you're moving along that flat, mostly on the road.
Yeah. And then here onwards is difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay, I will go here then.
Okay. So you dash across, manage to navigate the frozen stream, leap across and start hauling your way up the slope. Threads.
Is it this arrow slit that the bolt came out of?
Yeah, I'll mark it. I'll draw it in. It's probably freehand. Can you see that there? So probably the arrow closest to you that can also face the double doors.
Okay, I'm going to move up the road a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot into the
arrow slit.
Yeah.
Okay. Just do a 2-hit roll with disadvantage. I assume you're just considering that there must be something there, and you're oh jeez. Okay, we have one natural 20, so we're going to do another one.
Oh.
And a 9? Is that a 2? No, okay, so your arrow hits into the side of the arrow slit and shatters on the stone. Any bonus action?
Okay. Bonus action, I will send Dawn flying with near Elros and Ash.
Okay. So Dawn sails over and is sort of hovering. Oh, Ash and Elros. Sorry, I was thinking Jackus. Right. So Dawn's sailing over there. Yep. Okay. Cool. Sharpie. Is it back to you? Yeah, it is.
All right. So Sharpie's first is going to spend a action to listen and observe and see what's on the other side of that door.
Okay. Can you do a perception check?
Take the first one, 26.
Oh, so you've got to go over to the door to do that, right?
Well, obviously he's listening and moving all the way, but he's...
Yeah, so...
I want to make sure that on a low before I just casually start walking out the room.
It sounds like you can hear something large shuffling around about 10, 15 feet away from you. And you hear a goat bleating not too far away as well.
Bleating in which direction?
Oh, can you see a ping here?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so Sharpie will then creep around to the door, if you can get to it.
Okay. Oh, so sort of over in this direction?
Yep.
Okay, so you feel your way, or you can see your way through the arrow slit to get to the arrow slit, but then you're sort of feeling your way along the wall. Is that right? Okay.
Is there light coming through the crack in the door, or is the
No,
door
the door's
quite
pretty well flush, or overlapping itself. Sometimes they do that. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me? What's happened is...
24.
Oh, good one. So what's happened is you sort of felt your way along and you're sort of doing the Marceau, across the wall, and your foot sort of steps out into absolute nothing, as if you're about to step off a cliff or a precipice, and you sort of manage to hold yourself and come back, and feeling down at the ground, there's a 45-degree angle, a lip there, and you can't, at least with your hand, you can't feel the bottom. It looks like it goes down from where you are. 24 was your dexterity, and your perception was 26, is that
26.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Just one other thing you might have noticed as well with that. Yeah, no, you can hear definitely some sort of groaning, grunting sound, and goats bleating to your rear. But all you've done at this stage is do a perception as well as move, but you haven't actually moved that far. You've gone sort of 5, 10, 15 feet. So you've still got a bit of movement if you wanted to.
So basically, I can see there's a bit of a wall here. Can I move out and around that wall and then come back?
Yeah, so there's 15, 20, 25. And now you can see a shaft of light is lining up what looks like to be the corner of a pit. And that's 25 feet. Do you want to continue and dash?
Might as well.
Okay, you come around, 1, 2, and you're feeling your way around at this stage. And finally, at this point here, you get to what looks like, what feels at your feet to be wooden planks. They feel hollow underneath you.
Cool. All right, I'll leave it there for the moment, and I'll do the rest of it next action. So
Okay.
I'll go over there pretty carefully.
Yeah, okay. Jackus, no action from the doors here.
I'll check if they're open.
Okay. You pull it, grab the ring and heave. Can you do an athletics roll for me? Flex those pecs. 21. Okay. Suddenly the doors heave open and there reveals to you the Sharpie.
You'll get a telepathic message booming in your mind. One big thing over that way, and points.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just quietly move to where he is. That's the
Okay.
plan. And while taking out my hammer.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Jacos, do you have dark vision?
Yep.
So can you see, you don't yell it out, but can you see what's just come around the corner? Here? A certain stumpy bearded individual. And can you see here too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just shift you into the cone of silence and describe it for you.
All right.
We'll just be quick. Okay, so Jacos, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, so you see a grey-skinned dwarf come stomping through the around the passage over here, and he gets to that point and sees you and sees you see him, and he stops for a moment, and then he blinks out, either disappearing or going invisible, or something along those lines.
Okay. Does it look? Did he look friendly or familiar?
Oh, he looked like he was on high alert.
Oh, okay.
And he had a pick held in two hands, like a war pick or a digging pick. Over here, you can see 3 cages, one empty, one with 2 goats in it, and one with an immense ogre that looks dead, but it's standing there and it's looking at you.
Okay. All right. It looks dead. Okay.
Yeah, it's got rotting flesh and wounds and an arrow poking out of it.
All right. Gotcha.
Coming back in.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I think that was only less than a minute, so we'll crack on. Elros, what do you want to do?
It's the baddie's turn, isn't it?
The baddies have had their turn.
But Brojik has had his turn, has he?
He has. He saw how dangerous you looked and just fell upon his sword.
Really?
Well,
that's boring.
What do you
all right. Fine.
6 seconds of fame.
I'm still curious. I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna have a look around to see if I can find a door.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. You can't see any doors. You can see arrow slits, and you can see. See how if I move your figure around a little bit as you have a bit of a gander in the arrow slit, it gives you an idea of the shape of the room inside, and you can see a trapdoor in the floor.
Ah. And there's no other point of entry that I can see.
No,
so.
And the back wall of this thing and the side wall of this thing has no arrow slits in it. It's only the 2 that are facing you guys. Can you see that trapdoor okay with your dark vision?
I can't see much into that room. It's like just a black void at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me help you out there.
Okay. Now I can see it.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. I see, yeah. Okay.
So,
on that note, I'm going to dash around the corner here then.
Okay.
Staying at this level.
Yeah, okay. So do your dash, and we'll move on to the next person.
I entered the room by accident.
Oh, right.
Since it's on the same level, I get my full 30 movement, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. I want to... There. So, about there.
Okay.
I think it is.
Ash, are you with us? No? Okay, I'm just going to skip straight to you, Threads. And we'll come back to Ash. Just changing the order a little.
I'm going to continue up the road.
Okay.
How far can I get?
Let's see. So going along the road, I think. What do you do to do the? You hold Alt down, or do you right click? I forget for doing angles.
Right click. So it's, for example, where is it? So you go that, and
Oh, I see. Yep. Can you see this? What I'm doing here?
Yep.
So there, will get you 60 feet. There's a dash to get to the door, and that's a dash to get right up into here.
So I'm just going to continue to move normally.
Yes.
And so that's about 30 feet there, I think.
Yes.
And I'm going to take another shot through where the bolt was coming from.
Right next to where Ash was having a look through, over here.
Elros.
Elros, yeah.
Allison, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take a shot at disadvantage. Dun, dun, dun. Natural 20 again, and a 25, so an 18. So you send your arrow straight through the arrow slit. And Elros, you're pretty confident that it didn't hit anything. Or you hear
Can I do a free action go? You missed.
Threads just rolls her eyes.
Okay, you see Zach across the way doing some sort of gesture as if no go, no deal. Rightio, so that's you, Threads. Ash, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. We just swapped you away from keyboard. Do you want to have your shot now?
Sure. What is the movement like? Would it take full movement to get up to where Elros is? Or?
Yeah, so it's just more about going uphill and downhill. So if you want to get up to where Elros is, it's half move. If you go back to the path and just use the path, then it's regular movement rate. Or if you get up here and you just want to scooch along on the same sort of level, parallel to the way.
Yeah, I'll just go straight.
Okay. So you can catch up to Elros and be sort of over here if you want with a dash action, or probably even a little bit more.
What if I just used my normal movement? Where would that get me?
In that direction?
15 feet.
Get you
Here?
there, yeah. Yep.
Oh, I still can't see anyone.
No.
I will. How is it possible to even see into this place through arrow slits?
Yeah, you can if you go right up close to them.
Okay. In that case, I will take the defend. You know what? I'll just dash. I will dash.
Okay. So you get up to here somewhere, and you can see with your dark vision. I don't know if that's showing up to you.
Yes.
So you can sort of do the whole torchlight type thing into the room. And that, again, so for you, similar to with Zach, Elros, you can see that the room is empty as far as you can tell with your dark vision, and there is a wooden trapdoor in the floor to the rear. And I'll move on. Sharpie.
Alright, so can I see where that large noise and the goats were coming from?
Over here. In that direction.
I can't actually see them yet.
No.
Alright, so Sharpie's going to quickly shrug off his lantern and light it.
Okay. That'll be a action.
Yep.
No worries. I'm just going to give you your sight back. bright light 20 foot, I believe. Low light another 20 foot.
Bright 20 and then dim 20. Yep.
Okay. You see 3 cages, one with a giant ogre, clearly dead for some time. It's got many wounds, rotting flesh, and one frostbitten foot. Looking at this ogre very cagily, apprehensively, are 2 goats, nervously hunkered on the opposite side of the cage away from this ogre. And other than that, you can see some other ways, doorways to go.
Right, Jackus, we want to see if we can start moving around to that other place where they were shooting at you.
Alright.
That way.
Okay, so revealing a door. Sharpie,
pretty much be it for me. Yeah.
Sharpie, traveling, when you get to this point, you bump into something.
Like an invisible person something, or
Possibly, yeah.
a table something.
No, sort of fleshy, and it moves.
I grab hold of it and yell, Jackus, or telepathically booming voice, Jackus, here, I've got somebody. They're invisible.
You won't be able to grapple.
Get your hammer.
You won't be able to grapple it now, but you can definitely yell out a warning to Jackus.
Oh yeah, I did see something disappear over there.
Now he tells me. Jackus, what do you want to do?
Alright. I want to make it to Sharpie, but I want to make sure that this ogre is really dead, so I will use Divine Sense.
Okay, so you pause momentarily, summon your divine power, and gaze around you, and you sense the presence of a large undead creature within your sight. It's clearly undead.
And then I just mentioned to Sharpie, I think we have bigger problems than an invincible.
No, Dark, the invisible person is a much bigger problem.
Alright. I'm looking at the big problem right now.
Okay.
In a cage. And the invisible person could open the cage.
Alright. Yeah, but that's it.
Okay. That's Jackus. Okay. Hey. Let's see. Okay, Sharpie and Jackus, you see this door in front of you opening. Let's see, shift. Whoops. What the hell? There we go. And so you can partly see into a room that is beyond.
Cool.
You hear booted footprints approach you. They're quite heavy. Sharpie, you perceive that something you can tell there's footprints and it's walking away from you. you can, if you want to, lash out with an opportunity attack. What are they called? Yeah, like a free strike.
Opportunity.
Use your reaction.
Sure.
Use your reaction. You've got your lantern in one hand.
Knife in the other.
Yeah. Here it comes. Ooh.
Disadvantage.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so 11.
Oh. So you slash out and you hear your dagger scrape off metal, but it doesn't penetrate through. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Jackus, to your horror, you hear this creak as this door opens and this ogre steps out.
Oh shit.
Switching back to
Wait,
1, 2,
this one?
and it lurches out of the door and flails at you. Let's see. Okay, it has a large mace or single-handed weapon. Oh, holy shit! Hitting you with a natural 20. Armor class 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Doing 11 damage of regular damage and another 5 on top of that. So 16 in total with one blow. At that same time, Sharpie. These large booted feet, you hear some sort of movement next to you. And a pick comes sailing in your direction, rolling, hitting armor class 22.
Yep, that'll definitely hit.
Yeah, okay. And as a result of attacking, this grey-skinned dwarf that is enormous, as big as the ogre zombie, becomes visible. It's probably about 10 foot tall.
Oof.
I need some dramatic music for this kind of action. Okay, so that's them done. And this guy here starts yelling out a warning. He's been trying. There's been hardly anything, just sort of attempted soft boot falls with no other sounds. But now this large grey dwarf is calling out an alarm. And Elros, you can hear shouts now from across the way through the doors. Intruders!
Well, I'll move my full 60 feet to there.
Yep.
Because that's all I can do, really.
Okay. Threads?
I move in.
Yep.
Can I see that now?
You can. So could you not see this up to now? Before?
No, I couldn't see it at the angle I was at.
Ah, right. So I see a collective view of everyone, so I can't tell what people can and can't see. So, Elros, you see Threads sort of semi-confidently creeping towards the door and then take pause and her jaw drops and she's looking, holy shit, this doesn't look good, you can tell.
Right.
But Threads, you've gone, you've done your move. Do you want to do an action? Bonus action, even.
I immediately immediately bonus action on the big ogre thing, and bonus action hunter's mark and shoot at it. Shoot it
at the ogre. Okay, I'm going to hunter's mark
Yep.
him with the standard arrows we always use. So he's now marked, and roll to hit. He looks very easy to hit, by the way. He's not doing a lot of dodging.
13.
13 hits easily. Five piercing damage and 3 from the hunter's mark. Okay. Is that right? So 8 damage?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Now, can you see a health bar? I'll give you one if you can't, just in case.
No, can't
No,
see
I
it.
can't see the enemy's ones.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, for ones with a few, I'll quickly change it so you can see your health bar. Let me know if you can't. Okay, so he's now taking damage and the health bar appears, so you can see roughly how bad he looks. That's your bonus action, move, and actions. So, Ash.
Yep, that's it.
Is it possible to climb into these arrow slits or not?
No, they're not.
It's quite possibly not possible.
They're far less than human size. Yep, you could catch up to keep up with Zach.
I'll basically do that.
Elros. Dash across. Okay. Sharpie.
Alright, so he's going to disengage with his bonus.
Okay.
He's going to put down his lantern roughly about there.
Yep.
He's going to move across to here and draw a dagger and stab.
Okay.
Try and hamstring this thing.
Yes. Armor class 13 is a hit.
13 hits, so 13 damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to walk back to here.
All those
Can I also
things-
say something to Threads quickly?
Okay, when you go to there, you can, yeah, that's fine. You can say something to Threads.
Threads, one more invisible dwarf around.
Yes. Okay. That's you, Sharpie. Jackus.
I'll move back a bit. And bonus action. Hold on. Bonus action, Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Put you armor class 2 more with a field of force shimmering around you.
And then lay on hands for 14.
Okay. And you give yourself some lovin'. Alright. That's Jackus done. This zombie wails on you again. Let's have a look. Armor class 10 is a miss. This guy, 1, 2, 3, comes in with his pick and wails on you. Armor class 14. That's a miss, I believe.
Miss.
Yep. So
Yep.
they're all getting stuck into you here, but no go. And Jackus, you hear metal shod footprints. While these dwarves might be able to go invisible, they're not particularly stealthy. So if you want to use your reaction and swat out at whatever creature you think you can hear, you can take an attack at disadvantage with your hammer to this spot here, right next to Sharpie.
Sorry, can I take one as well?
No, you hear some boot prints, but it hasn't left your melee range, so you can just hear some shuffling next to you. So what does that mean? You've got a 12, so 12 is a miss. Clanks have got across armour. And that's bad guy's turn, I believe. Let's have a look. One, two. Okay. Yes, that's their turn, the bad dudes. Elros.
Alright. I'm going to dash to here. While I'm doing that, I'm going to convert 2 sorcery, or use up 2 sorcery points so I can cast a spell as a bonus action.
Okay.
Because I have to dash to get to there.
Isn't converting a bonus action as well?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it's a free action.
Okay, cool. All right then.
It's only if I convert to use a spell. It's bonus action.
Okay.
But so now I'm going to just scorching ray these guys.
Okay. They're both large, so the fact that Jakos is partly in the way doesn't matter. You can still sling scorching rays wherever you like, but they are simultaneous, so you have to decide whether you're doing them all on one creature or splitting them or whatnot.
I'm going to do it on this creature here, both of them.
Okay. They're big guy. Okay, so class 16 hits, doing 5 damage. Is that right?
Yep, 5 damage.
Yep, and the second one?
And the second one, that is a natural 1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this zombie dodges incredibly Matrix style, dodging your ray. But one of them hit, and you can see it's definitely sizzling away the flesh.
Ignore that third one.
Yeah.
I accidentally pressed the wrong thing.
That's fine. Ash, what do you want to do?
Has it all 3 rays now? Or?
No, the third one is a never mind thing. I accidentally clicked.
Yeah. Trigger happy.
So
Rays 3.
So there's only 2 rays.
Yeah.
3.
Scorching
rays.
3 rays. Oh, never mind. So I take it as 7 misses as well.
It does.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all 3 then.
Okay. Ash, you can move your normal movement rate at this altitude.
I will move my 60 feet as a dash.
Okay. You find yourself on what seems to be some sort of drawbridge, and there is a mechanism next to Sharpie that could flip it down if you sort of trip it, which would then put this deep pit immediately across from the doors, which presumably they didn't have a chance to trigger.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, so there's your dash. No bonus action, I presume?
Good point. Bonus action, I will... how hurt? You don't look that badly hurt, Jagus, so I will... spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Let me just take a measurement. Spiritual weapon. A fiery moonlight blade will appear next to the ogre that Jakus is fighting and slash at it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
And that's a natural 1, but that's
Oh.
okay. Next time.
Oh, okay.
Right.
With so many 20s and 1s today.
Okay, so your spiritual weapon goes, and we move on to threads. You're at their doorstep. Welcome. Wipe your feet. What are you going to do?
I hiss to Eros and Ash, unseen enemies. Be careful.
Gotcha.
And take a shot at the ogre zombie's head.
Okay, roll to hit. Armor class 22 is a hit. 5 piercing and 1.
6 damage.
Okay. Chipping it away at it, it's still above half, but it's taking its toll.
As my bonus action, how high is the ceiling here?
Ceiling. Just checking. I think it's pretty tall because it needs to accommodate the height of these things when they enlarge. Okay, yeah, so it's roughly 15 foot in here. There's a fair bit of clearance from above the head of the ogre, but not huge vaulted ceilings or anything like that.
Okay, as my bonus action, I would like to command Dawn to attack and retreat.
Okay.
So she's gonna attack the ogre zombie.
Okay, so Dawn flies in. You can roll to hit. Hitting armor class 10 is a hit.
Wow.
9 damage. Okay.
That's actually not that great, but just because we've all been rolling so crap damage, it seems really amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want.
And then she's gonna move away.
Okay.
Oh.
And she moves away.
Also, Dawn is not a familiar. She's a beast.
Yes. Far from a familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's my turn.
Cool. All right. Then it's Sharpie.
Alright, so Sharpie is going to move up to the ogre again and take a swipe at it with the antique dagger.
Okay.
Quite happy to trigger free strikes from invisible dwarves.
Yes. No free strikes come, unfortunately, if you're trying to draw them. But roll your hit on the ogre. 23.
23, 12 damage.
Nice one. Okay.
And I'll second dagger because I've got it.
Okay. Are you need to be dropping your lantern or putting it down?
I put the lantern down over here last turn.
Okay. All right.
And then he is going to move. Oh. Sorry, can I retcon that slightly? I forgot it. I needed an action there.
Yep. No worries.
So instead of attacking the second knife, he's going to use a bonus action disengage, and he's going to move back to this lever and basically stand on top of it so invisible dwarves can't operate it.
Right, okay. That would be good. All right, yep, cool. So you sort of take custody of the lever area. Right. Jacus.
Alright, I'll take a swing at the ogre zombie.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh.
Armor class 7 again. So you rolled a 2.
Oh, wait. No, it's the 5th. It should be the 15, right? I think I pressed it twice.
Ah, yes, you're right. So we'll take the 15, but a 1 for damage. Is that
4
right?
and so 6.
Man, this thing's taking a pummeling. It's
Oh.
now bloodied.
And Divine Smite.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's 3d8 since it's undead, right?
Exactly.
Man.
Okay, 7 damage. A 1, a 3, and a 3, and your 3d8s. Okay,
Alright.
doing it hard here.
That's it.
Yep. Okay, you're wielding your hammer with 2 hands or 1?
With 1.
One-handed, yeah. Right. Okay. So they go. First, Brodsk takes a pick to your head. Jakus. Class 12 is a miss. This ogre takes a swipe at you as well, Jakus. You seem to be bearing the brunt of it right now. With a 2 plus 6 is 8, so again misses. And
That's just us that's rolling bad.
very good, yeah. It's a bit just of a big slap fight. Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
A large dwarf becomes
there
visible
you go.
as it strikes at you. Okay, so armor class 21.
Yep.
Doing. Oh my god, 2 1s and a 4 plus 4. So it's absolute minimum damage. Crit minimum damage roll of 6 with his.
He takes it.
Oh, hang on, that's a Morningstar. Is that right? That's an ogre zombie. I've rolled the wrong dice. I have. Okay, and because he's large, there's an extra d8 in there. So, 15 damage.
Oof. Alright, that was not happy.
No.
Sharpie yells in pain, but he's going to stay over that lever.
He's staggered. Alright. Let's see, I'm just going to... Let's select. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's it. That's all you see. All you hear. Elros.
Seeing this other one just appear, Elros does not want to be on this drawbridge, so he's going to go there.
Okay, you step off the drawbridge.
And Scorching Ray on the one that attacked Sharpie.
This guy here?
Yep.
Okay, roll to hit. 3 2 hit rolls.
A 21. A 14. And a 12.
Okay, let's see. The 21 definitely hits. The 14 misses. And
the 12 would miss as well.
The 12 would miss
Because
as well. Yep. So one hit, one of the Scorching Rays hit. The rest probably bounce off armor, or the armor takes the brunt of it.
Yeah, so he takes 6 damage.
Okay, so you've got a health bar there. You can see relatively it does do damage, but he's sort of far from out of the action. That's your move in action. So
yeah, that's all I can do at the moment.
Okay. Ash.
What are your hit points sharp wise, and what's 50% of your max?
My max is 18, and I'm very low.
Okay.
He looks on death's door.
Well, I can do channel divinity, but I think it would be an overheal. Let me see. Level 3. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, I will just I will move next to Darkwise and cast Cure Wound.
Okay. How much is that going to do?
You get 9 hit points, and then
That will do me.
as a bonus action, I will get my flaming sword to try and slash at the zombie, the big guy.
Okay. Oh, this is with the floating sword, yeah?
Yes. Another 1.
Oh,
Hang on, what is that? An 11 to hit.
11 hits.
Fantastic. 6 force damage.
Oh, okay. This guy's looking very ragged. And that would be Threads.
Let's finish it off if we can.
Thread shouts, we should retreat, please. And shoots at the zombie again.
Okay, where you go? Oh!
Natural 20.
Okay, so you double.
We should retreat! Blows head off ogre zombie.
Yeah. Can you? You need to double both your D8 and your hunter's mark damage as well.
So, has it not already done it?
Yeah,
It doesn't double the hunter's mark automatically. You've got to roll another one.
Yeah, roll another d6. 4 hunter's mark and 11 bow. Jesus.
So how much in total?
15.
Okay, so he needs to do a toughness check. Constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 plus the damage taken.
Needs to get a 20.
He fails that and drops in a heap.
Nice.
Headshot, brain shot to the zombie from Threads. You still have a bonus action up your sleeve, Threads, if you wanted to shift your hunter's mark or do something else.
Bonus action. Yeah, I'll move my hunter's mark to the guy who's attacking Ash and Sharpie.
Yeah, okay. So he's now marked. Do you want to move at all, or are you staying there?
I'll stay here.
Okay. Sharpie, you have what was an invisible guy just try to stab you? Well, he did, didn't he?
That hurt a lot.
That was a big blow.
Do these guys have, obviously, larger reach than normal people, or are they still, 5 foot?
No, at their enlarged size, they've still got, a regular reach.
Okay, cool. So he's basically just going to duck underneath, straight through the legs, swipe this guy's balls with his dagger.
Oh, that's a special halfling maneuver, isn't it? You can move through large creatures, or something. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Armor class 8.
Still can't hit on an 8, I'd imagine.
No. These guys are armored and they've got shields as well, and using their pick in one hand.
Yeah. No worries. I'm actually going to use a bonus action to give advantage on Jackus's next attack.
Okay. And is that something you can do as a thief?
Yep.
What's...
That's my mastermind ability.
Oh, okay.
I'll hold it up a second.
So, Jackus, you have advantage on your next attack, which is now. You're up.
Alright. I'll take it on
Brotsk.
Advantage, right?
Yes. Crit would be handy. Okay. 20 still good. Doing...
Yeah, so that's 8.
8 damage, is it?
Yeah, just 8.
Okay, that puts him bloodied. Pretty decent hit. No bonus action for you, I presume? No movement?
Bonus. Let's see. No, not for now.
Okay. Right, so Brodsk goes and attacks you. Jackus. Missing with a 3.
Yeah.
This guy here
Alright.
turns his attention to you, Ash. And with a natural 20, smacks you with his pick. Doing... 11 in regular damage. Plus another 6, so 17 damage, Ash. With an enormous pick.
Christ.
Okay. You don't want to take 2 of those.
Oh, reaction. A reaction. I will do my
Oh yeah, zap him.
hellish rebuke.
Yeah, good one. How much? Has to save, right?
Yes. God damn it! I got an 8 on 3d10. How about that?
Oh,
Seems about typical for tonight.
DC 10 con saving throw. Which he
Death
fails.
save.
Fails with a 6. So how much damage?
8 damage.
Okay, puts him below half. He's definitely bloodied.
Kill this guy.
Yeah, so that's his attack. Brodsk missed, I believe. I've already done that. Did I?
Yeah. Missed on a 3.
That's right. Okay. Let's see. You can also see. You can also hear a door open. This is you, Elros. Behind you, to the south, a door open, and then booted feet coming.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Can you now see, has your dark vision, can you see through that doorway now?
I can see to there.
Yeah, okay. So you can hear, let's see, 1, 2, 3. You can hear footprints about this sort of area. Something large.
I didn't see your ping.
Oh. Can you see that there? I'll try it again.
Yeah, right near me.
Yeah.
Right.
10, 15 feet away.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Oh, it's not. I'm just letting you know that when they go, you can hear a door open. You see a door open, and you can hear footsteps coming, but you cannot see anything. And it's your turn, so you can act on that.
Well, I'll shout out to Thread saying more coming from
the south.
The south.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn my attention to this one here. Does he have metal armor by chance?
Yeah. Metal scale mail armor.
Perfect. I'm going to move up to Ash and do a shocking grasp.
Ooh, okay. Roll to hit.
I take it a 12 doesn't hit.
It doesn't, no.
That would be good if it does, because that would be 2d8.
Oh, if they're wearing metal armor, they take more damage?
It takes an extra d8 of damage.
Okay, yeah. Okay. No, but it doesn't hit in this instance. Ash, you're right there.
Do I notice something? Or?
No, it's your turn.
No, it's just your turn.
Okay. Yep. I know that. I just thought, oh, I'm right there. Like, oh, do I hear something? I shall cure wounds on myself.
Okay. You can hear the booted footprints behind you. Okay. Cure wounds on yourself, healing 9 with your Disciple of Life ability.
Bonus action, my flaming sword will come in and slash at this guy in front of me.
Yeah, okay. The Hunter's Mark guy. Armor class 22. Okay, you hit him.
For 8 damage.
Okay, that's a big blow and he's on death's door. That's your turn, and I'm going to threads. You can also hear booted footprints from sort of down this direction, but you can also see there's 2 enemies still within sight. What do you want to do?
I call out, retreat across the bridge. We can bottleneck them.
Get out of here!
No, anybody? No. I'm gonna attack at the guy that I had just marked again.
Okay, roll to hit. 12.
And I miss.
12's a miss. Yep. Bonus action.
I kind of bark out in Sylvan to Dawn to attack and retreat.
Okay. So Dawn flies in. Roll to hit. Class 12 is a miss. These guys are just too heavily armored. But you can move away without taking a free strike. Dawn's good at that.
Where was I again? Sorry, where was she? Here.
Out there, yeah.
So that's about 10, so she gets 50. So I'm gonna call her back to kind of where I am.
Okay. Just in case you need to do a runner, shut these doors. Alright, Sharpie.
Exactly.
Sharpie.
Right, Sharpie's got to run underneath this guy again while he's beating on the Ash.
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
See if I can take his testicles out properly this time.
Oh, jeez. That's a bit rough. Wasn't it Achilles?
Nope.
12.
Okay.
No.
I think
Alright, he's going to
take a more
use the
average.
second knife as well.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Ooh, 15. 15's a miss.
Oof.
Oof.
He's wearing scale mail.
Yeah. and with a shield.
Oh.
Jackus.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. If someone was stabbing at you in a fashion similar to Sharpie, you would get your shield out. Jackus.
Yeah, I'll still keep hitting Brock.
Yep, okay. You're a mano with Brodsk. Oh, I'm class 15. You guys need a bless. You would be hitting all these hits. Yeah, so that's a miss.
Alright.
Okay, Brodsk comes in at you. Who's this? This is Jackus. Hitting armor class 11 and missing.
No one can hit each other.
No,
No one
exactly.
can.
But when they do it with style. This
Only
guy,
thread.
this guy that's very badly injured. Okay, I'm just gonna do. Okay, he goes for you, Sharpie.
Cool.
Hitting on class 23 this time.
Woof. Yeah, that does hit.
Doing 13 damage.
They're still around.
Oh! Okay.
Is that all 3 of his dice? 13 damage?
Yeah.
Oh!
No, that's all of his damage. 2 dice.
Oh!
Okay, then. Let's see. Just switch back to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you Threads. You hear booted feet stomping across the drawbridge. Elros, you sense a large creature passing past you, and if you want to make a free strike, you can.
Could my free strike be a cantrip?
I think it can only be a spell if you've got Warcaster. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
So unarmed strike, unless.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't hit anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And this creature attacks you, Threads. Let's see. Okay, rolling a 6, which is a miss, and a natural 1, which is a miss. It has advantage, but they were both very low rolls. It becomes visible, but and you've got this large dwarf adjacent to you. And Elros, you hear more booted feet run up to you, but no axe comes. Okay. That is bad guy's turn. Elros.
I'm going to try doing shocking grasp again. Oh yeah, finally.
Ooh.
23 to hit.
You hit him.
So, hey.
If the dwarf is wearing metal, you get advantage with shocking grasp.
No, it's 2d8.
It's more damage if you do hit.
Oh, hang on, advantage on the attack.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you might crit.
Yeah, okay. I'll try again. One more. No.
I theory craft a wizard, so I know the spells.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
So how much damage?
I did
8.
7?
yes 7. Hang on. Yes, 7 plus
Just
the extra 1, so 8 damage.
Okay. You can. How do you want to finish him? He drops.
Yeah, 8 damage because it's 2d8. 1 is the 7, and 1 I rolled a 1 on. So
Okay.
Good.
It takes its toll. Nothing else?
That is me.
Ash. You're now confident you don't have any enemies adjacent to you that you can see at least. There's 2 huge-sized dwarves, large-sized dwarves nearby though. What do you want to do?
Channel Divinity, I heal sharp-wise up to half your hit points.
Okay.
I mean, up to half your hit points or 15, whichever is lower.
Okay. Yeah. So it goes up to half.
Yep.
Bonus action.
Get healed for 8.
Bonus action, I will slash my Moonlight Sword at Broderick.
Okay. Roll to hit. I'm plus 12's a miss, unfortunately. Threads.
Good.
You have bow in hand, but you've got someone in melee, and to attack them you'll have disadvantage if you want to shoot arrows. You could throw down your bow and draw your 2 short swords if you wish to. That would be a free action.
That's not what I'm going to do, but just as a if I were to draw just one short sword, would I be able to draw it while keeping the bow in my left hand?
Yes.
And draw one with the right hand?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to check.
Okay.
I'm going to phase step away.
Oh, nice. Okay.
To about there. I think
And is that a bonus
if it's
action?
a phase, if it's 10, yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't have an attack of opportunity, right? I
No.
can just.
Yeah, it's just straight away you evaporate out of reach.
Yep, you're fine.
He has to make a saving throw, or he's gonna be scared of me because I'm in winter mode.
Ooh, okay. Saving throw, is that charisma or wisdom?
Charisma for this one.
He rolls a 10.
Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, no, he passes.
Okay. Alright, so he's not afraid of you, but you still have your action if you want to shoot him. You can't you can't switch.
I shout out to Dawn to move away,
Okay.
and I would like to shoot at him.
Okay. Twelve's a miss.
Another 12. Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Sharpie. You're a loose cannon.
Right, well, this is looking moderately grim. Running through this, they obviously have very well protected groins,
Yes. Go
groin
somewhere.
guards. It's going to go for the back of the knee this time.
Okay. Alright.
Yep, see, much better.
24.
That's 11 damage.
Oh,
And basically use that to force this guy down a bit, drop his guard, give Jackus a bone advantage on his next
Okay.
attack.
Jackus.
Wait, can we? How is he looking? Is he looking?
We can see he's bloodied, but not on his absolute last legs or anything. But this guy's distracted enough that you will get advantage when you next hit him.
Okay, I'll attack him with my hammer.
Okay. 24.
And and then divine smite.
Okay. So how much in total?
Oh, 8. 20.
20.
That drops him. You kill him with the hammer.
Oh yeah, finally.
Telepathic voice you had. Nice moves.
Okay.
Yes. I like this one too. You hit the groin, I hit the higher parts.
Okay. Behind the knee, I think, is working now. We've established that.
And for my movement, I'll move over to this dwarf.
Okay. Alright, I'm just adding these guys back in here now, just because you killed the guy that was on the that my initiative was based on. So it's now their turn, so I'll chuck them back in there. Select.
Yeah, that they were on 15, by the way.
Yeah. Add turn. Right. Okay. So, Threads, can you see the room still?
I can see some of it.
Can you see this guy here?
Up. Yeah, I can see up to where I drew this line.
Oh, that's okay. So this guy here, that you just sort of blinked away from, he spends his free action to close the door. so you then can't see into the area. And he spins around and takes a war pick to Jacus that just ran over. So, Threads, you're now free to go. He misses Jacus as per normal. Unfortunately. Elros, you hear a swooshing sound. An 18, just in case I get a natural 20 because it's with advantage. No. So, an 18. Well, I'm a cast 22.
I'm casting. No, I can't cast shield. That would still hit me.
Alright. I'll have to try and remember to say it hits you, but this is one of the things with seeing the dice rolls. But never mind, that's fine.
Yeah. With mage armor up, my armor at the moment is 15.
Yeah.
So with shield, that brings it up to 20. But 22 will still override that. So
yeah, okay. So you feel this whooshing sound, which turns into a war pick smacking into you, as a large-sized dwarf appears next to you. It's not critical, but it does 13 damage.
Oh.
Getting off lightly.
Are you still there?
I'm still up.
Okay. You hear some more boots near you, and another swooshing, whooshing sound.
Oh.
With advantage, so I'm just going to throw that out there. Okay, this also hits you.
Yeah, if it's 18, that would be 22 because the other one was 18, so yeah, that would hit.
Doing 13 damage.
And I'm down.
Elros, as is his natural state, is in the thick of things.
I'm on death saves.
And he drops unconscious.
Where does this other dwarf appear?
He does. I'll just light him up for you. Okay.
Oh, great.
Is that the boss?
He
looks different, so yes.
Different, yeah. He's got a hat on, that's how you can tell. Those hat-wearing dwarves. Elros, you get a death save.
And that's a fail.
Okay. You see some spurting blood gushing out of an artery or something. Ash, you are standing there, and it's your turn.
What's your maximum hit points, Elros?
17.
Threads starts strolling down the hill.
I heal you for 13, Elros.
Lucky you fell with the cleric standing right next to you. Good one.
And bonus action, sword will come down and slap. Which is the most injured looking one? Probably the one Jacus is fighting.
They are all uninjured.
Shit.
Really? Okay. Then I will go. Maybe we should retreat.
Those doors are closed, and there's a dwarf in front of them right now.
Oh, how do we open the doors again?
Walk up to them and open them?
They're pretty heavy. It took Jacus all of his pecs to open them. But anyway, so you've done your spell. Doing a bonus action.
I will sword attack the one that Jacus is fighting there.
Okay, the guy by the door. Yep, no worries. Roll to hit. I'm class 8's a miss. Threads, what are you going to do?
We need to open this door.
But are they closed right now?
Yeah.
So you guys can hear some incredible sighing happening from outside. Just God's sake.
We can't all teleport. Some of us can only bring you back from the dead. We all have our niches.
So, Threads would like to open the door.
Okay, can you roll an athletics roll for me? Oh, muscles. Okay. Let's have a look here. Oops. Okay, so the door opens, and you can see back in once again. There's Jacos in melee with this enormous dwarf. You've spent your action, you still have a bonus action up your sleeve.
Bonus action, dawn attack.
Okay. Dawn flies in. Oh, class 10's a miss, unfortunately. You can move Dawn back a little, yep. And Sharpie, it's up to you. You can now see 3 enlarged dwarves. And Gorg.
Yeah, this looks pretty miserable. He's going to stick to the same pattern as before.
Okay.
He's going to jump over that little gap there, run around to here.
Yep.
And
attack Jackus's one.
Drive his dagger into the back of the knee. Yep.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yep.
21's a hit.
Man, I'm rolling terrible damage. So 8 damage, and I'll do the same tactic. Bring him down so Jackus gets advantage.
Okay. And Jackus, you're right afterwards. You guys tag team.
Alright. I'll take that advantage. I'll attack him with my hammer.
Okay. Even with advantage, you don't manage to crack him?
Yeah, alright. Yeah. Okay. Damn, we're rolling really bad.
Okay. This guy is going to attack you. Somebody random.
1, 2.
Okay, goes for you, Sharpie. You seem to be the one that's doing all the damage here in this partnership, at least for now. He hits armor class 17.
Yep, that's it.
And does 11 damage.
Down.
Oof. Okay. Okay, so Sharpie drops from the pick. Scorn has an attack on Elros here.
Who is knocked prone, so he has an advantage.
Oh yes. Okay. Rolling a second time. A 10 and an 8. 8
Both miss.
8 would be a 12, but that's going to miss anyway. So you're scrubbling around on the ground, rolling backwards and forwards as this pick comes pounding down, but it's just chipping chunks out of the stone. Misses. Elros, you also have a pick coming in your direction.
A second one.
Not Elros, sorry. Ash, you also have one coming. So Ash, you cop a pick. Armor class 19.
It does hit.
Yeah. Okay. And that's going to do 12 damage. Still conscious? I know you've got a bit of damage there. Oh, still conscious, just. Don't lose your cleric, folks. Elros, it's your turn.
In this one, I'm going to basically, while still on the floor, just shocking grasp his
No, disengaging. Oh, unless
I'm not prone.
Yeah.
I have advantage on this, so
you should disengage and get out though, because like I'm gonna disengage on my turn, and then it should just be you, you know.
Well,
You have your storm sorcerer flying thing, right?
Yeah, he's gonna fly. He's gonna fly to his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
So don't worry about it.
Okay, don't worry about it. Toe to toe.
Yeah, 23.
23 hits. Roll your damage and add the extra d8.
And one more.
Not very nice.
That is 13 damage to this one.
Okay, he was unharmed and he's now on half, or roughly. So
And
bloodied.
10 foot.
Yep.
I'm going to go right there,
Okay.
in between everyone else, and I'm no longer prone.
Okay. You can take the prone condition.
Holy shit. You get that on cantress as well. Nasty.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can now move up to your full movement rate if you choose as well. You still got your move.
Yeah, and I'm going to run this way.
Or if you go over here, past there, you'll cop a free strike.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll tank it.
Take a free strike?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Let's see. Plus 13?
Ah,
Okay.
of course not.
He swats at you and misses. That's Elros done. Ash.
I will disengage and move 30 feet.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Oh, I won't move that. Oh, if I disengage, do I still get... I don't get any opportunity attack, so... Okay, let me just measure 30 feet. Okay, I'll move there.
Yep, okay.
And then bonus action healing word on my fallen comrade.
Okay. Sharpie, you are prone, but otherwise...
You have 9 hit points.
Not dead.
Okay, thank you.
Health bar whack-a-mole.
Yeah. So that's you, Ash. Threats. You're not in melee range with this guy, so you can shoot if you choose to shoot someone.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark on this guy here.
Okay.
And I'm still moving away.
Okay. Okay, move yourself down the trail and rod hit.
I'm shooting at him. Finally.
Oh, okay, 24 hits
I
easily.
hit him.
9 piercing and
12.
so 12 in total. Okay, now he's critically injured. So you've got still 1 on full, 1 critically injured, and 1 sort of badly hurt, I guess. Sharpie, you're prone at this guy's feet.
Alright. He's going to kip up, using half his movement, take a swipe at him as he prepares to move out.
Okay.
Damage.
Okay, I'm just going to remove your prone. So you're no longer prone, you hit him, do 10 damage, killing him. As soon as you kill these guys, they shrink back to their normal size, as a normal dwarf size.
Oh.
And that was your right hand attack. Anything else?
I was going to disengage, but I think I'll refrain from that now. He's just going to move to the side here.
Okay. Alright. Jackus?
Yeah, I'll shout to the party behind me. I'll taunt them. Just keep on shooting them from afar.
Okay.
Get off the platform.
Yeah.
No, I want to kill these guys.
Okay.
They'll drop the platform and you'll fall down into the pit.
Alright, I'll move it.
Alright. With a helpful tip, you leap across, and with a 21,
Yeah.
oh no, right here.
And then I'll give them a warning to surrender or face our wrath.
Oh, okay. Oh, is this conquering presence, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. First one. Saves. And the second one saves as well, both with natural 20s.
Oh, they have advantage?
They do, yeah. Against this type of effect. Doesn't work against everything.
Alright.
They seem particularly stoic. Bonus action?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it for now.
That's it for now? Okay. Elros.
No, it is their turn. The one that it was tied to got deleted.
Yeah, okay. I'll just add him back in again.
Maybe a dummy one somewhere. Use that one. I don't know. I have no idea how it works behind the scenes.
Yeah, okay, no worries. I've done it, got it in there. Okay, so Jackus, you've got 2 hits on you. Armor class 17.
Miss.
Yes, you're at least 18, I believe. Oh, your spell was concentration, I believe.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten hit since.
I don't like it. Okay, and the other one also misses with an 8. Elros.
Yeah. See, guys, we can do it. They can't hit me.
You're invincible.
Well, I'm just going to move right here
Yep.
and firebolt
Okay.
that one.
Okay. This is a firebolt cantrip. Yep. Go for it.
Yeah, cantrip.
Roll a hit.
18 to hit
That's a hit. Damage.
for 7 damage.
Okay. No, nothing else, Elros?
That's it.
Okay, Ash. Looks like everyone's forming up a covering fire position from the doorway.
Is Sunblight injured at all?
Yeah.
Yes,
Just got
I
hit.
did 7 damage to him.
Just got hit with a firebolt.
Which one is more injured though?
This guy.
They're roughly the same.
Yeah. Bonus action, bring my sword to whack the smaller guy.
Okay.
God damn it. 12 to hit.
That's a miss. 14.
As an action, toll the dead.
Okay. Toll the dead onto the one that Jackus is fighting.
The small one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
DC 12, wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, here we go. He fails it. No, 15 passes it.
Oh.
Threads.
Alright.
Everyone seems to be lingering.
Yeah, Threads is feeling more comfortable, so she's gonna kind of move up a little bit.
Get the angle.
I'm gonna hunt mark on this guy next to Jackus
Okay.
and shoot him.
Okay, roll a hit.
Oh, sorry.
Last 10's a miss.
10.
Yeah. Sharpie.
Alright, well, this seems marginally better, so he's going to pull the sling out from his sweatband, take a shot at the guy's knee, the one in front of Jackus. The red's just shot at.
Okay. So to draw a weapon is free, but that means you're just dropping your 2 daggers or your dagger and short sword on the ground.
So he'll drop his crappy knife, keep his adamantine dagger in his hand.
You need both because your slinger's got the loading property. You need ammunition property, so you need 2 hands to use it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't see why, but hey.
Yeah.
In which case, yes, you'll drop a dagger.
Just drop them both at your feet. Yep. Okay. Just means if you run off, you've got to go back to retrieve them or something.
Yep. No worries. 14 misses. Yeah.
It does. Yeah. Bonus action.
All right. I am going to telepathically just yell into that dwarf's mind, distracting it and giving Jackass advantage on his hit.
Oh yeah. This guy over here, the one that's
Correct. Yeah.
more badly injured. Yep. Okay. Cool. Jackass, you're up.
Well, Okay, I'll take it. I'll attack him with advantage.
Okay. Armor class 22 hits.
And I will use my last spell slot.
Okay.
Cast Divine.
Alright. How much damage?
24.
Okay. That's enough to kill him.
One down. One to go.
Okay. No other actions, bonus actions or anything?
Can I try to intimidate him?
That would be an action for the turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Okay.
I'll just make that slicing neck motion on this guy.
All right. This guy. This guy drops his pick and shield, and just holds his hands up and scowls at you as he shrinks down to dwarf size. Doesn't say anything, but he looks like he's gesturing and acting as if he's giving up.
Are we?
Elros, if you still want to do anything in melee, you can.
If I want to do anything in melee.
Yeah, we're still in melee round by round, like 6 seconds by 6 seconds. But it was this guy's turn, and all he did was shrink down and drop his weapons and put his hands up.
I'll walk in then, and just to hear.
Yep.
And go. Who are you? And yeah, basically, who are you?
Yeah. Okay. So with that, we'll just assume that unless anyone in particular wants to go in and attack him with their 6 seconds, we're out of combat and you can, do whatever. He just initially, at least, you walk in and say, "Who are you?" He just scowls at you and puts his head down. Looks like he's pissed off, but pissed off with himself as much as anything else.
Alright, I'll move up and kick this away. Just to be sure.
Yeah, kick the weapon. Yep, okay. Anybody else? Ash, Sharpie and Threads, what are you guys doing? Coming in? Yep, okay.
I'll come inside.
Threads is taking the arrows that she had in her backpack and places and putting them in her quiver because she was almost out of them.
Okay. And if you want to move, just move yourself where you want to be. Yep. And
being watched.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Just saying Threads is keeping watch outside.
Okay. Yeah, so this guy is still standing there with his hands out.
Sharpie. I think it's time for interrogation skills.
Chris, you wouldn't possibly have a bit of healing for me, would you?
Sorry?
Sharpie looks at you like you're a madman.
What did you say?
use some healing if you have some. I have one level. I have one spell left and I want to save it.
I have 1 HP for lay on hands. If you want it, I can use it to you.
Oh, it's fine. I'll just heal myself then.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, and so you do a little bit of healing, and you've still got this grey dwarf in scale armor, back down to regular size. Sorry, I missed that.
What did you say?
I'll tie him up in a rope.
Okay.
I want to ask him how many are you, and what are you doing here? Did you steal that lantern?
Can you roll a persuasion?
Ten.
Yeah, okay. He sort of clams up and doesn't. He pleads the fifth or whatever. Not that I know what that is.
Seeing him, DM, seeing since he's a different coloured dwarf than the normal, would I have to do a roll to know what he is?
You know that he's a grey dwarf.
Okay, so we know he's a duergar.
And from his clothing, the others look like they're in, from what you can tell, are in similar gear, and this guy's stuff's slightly better quality.
I hit him non-lethal for 12.
What are you gonna do?
I rolled a 17 for attack because he doesn't want to.
Oh, you're smashing him?
Yeah, but non-lethally.
Non-lethally, okay.
Yeah, breaking a kneecap.
Alright, so you just...
I'll look over at Ash, try and ask him again.
Okay. Alright, I'll get you to roll a... Jackus, can you roll a intimidation check with advantage? Okay. Yeah, so you turn to Ash and say, ask him again. Well, what's the question, Ash?
How many are you here? How many do you number? And what are you doing here? And did you steal from that town?
Clearly they did. The goats are just over there.
He says, all that you see of us is all that is here right now, but we are legion.
Where do you come from?
We come from beneath.
I know that. Where did you come from beneath?
This is but a launching pad for our future invasion. He says, I am Nildar Sunblight, son of Xardorok.
Right. Oh. What, like the biological son?
Yes. I am his...
I
am his heir. He says, we are here.
I see.
We are not stealing, we are taking what would be ours soon anyway.
What do you mean? You soon, anyway.
All of 10 towns will soon be destroyed, and this shall be a duergar land.
And how are you going to destroy this land?
We are forging a dragon. A dragon made of the black chaos glass that is found throughout these lands.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
He mentions the term chardalyn. Which you would recognise as the same substance that those Levistus worshippers' holy symbols were made of. Sort of deep purple glass crystal.
We need experts to help us with this, and part of me is wondering if perhaps the Arcane Brotherhood might actually know something about this Chaos Glass, as loath as I am to even speak their name.
Maybe we should go check with that tiefling in the castle first.
I think we should scour this castle, take whatever we need to bring back, and then I think this dwarf might be valuable as a political prisoner, if nothing else, if he is indeed the son of this warlord.
Sure. Sharpie starts basically, it begins loot mode.
Okay.
Specifically looking for any of the items we're taking from town.
Okay. I'll take you on a little tour if you like. I assume, yeah, what are you going to do with this guy?
Tie him up, stick him on a sled.
Okay. There is a sled on the wall just here next to...
The sled's still here.
Yep, there is a sled right here.
Sweet.
It's got a harness for a ogre zombie instead of...
Yeah, I might see if I can rejig that to make it into an axe beak harness.
Yeah. Okay. So you tie up this guy, and where are you going to go?
I want to loot the dwarves, the dead dwarves.
Yeah. Okay. So
we can.
They've each got scale mail.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've got 5 sets of scale armor.
6 scale armors.
5.
Okay. And take the scale armor off of this guy.
Yeah. Okay. And then that would be the 5th one, taking his. Let's see. Yeah, so they're not carrying treasure on them, like pouches on them. And that's what you get of value on them. But scale armor's, definitely saleable. Should we do a quick? Do you want me to just move you as a group into different rooms and we go through?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
I have decent perception, so I can help whoever has lower perception.
Okay. So where to? Do you want to go? Which direction first? Just give me a ping or something.
Well, did he say there's more of them here, or
no? He said that there was 5 of them here, including himself.
Nah.
Okay, so you head through into this area, and it looks like it's designed as a bit of a choke point. And if you had a vein sort of drawn this way, there's a lever with some spikes and things. When you're taking your time, but there was no opportunity to trigger it as the fight actually happened in by the cages. Going on through, and you can see the lever here, which if you would pull that, it would drop spikes between those 2 doorways behind you. There's a door leading into a single chamber, which is where the leader came from. There's a stone-carved desk, bed. Atop the desk are several shards of deep purple crystal and a crumpled up piece of paper, a burlap sack draped over a glowing object that emits coloured light. So you find the lantern. Yep. The note is written in Dwarven. You can probably tell from the runes, but I don't know if anyone can read it.
Read Dwarvish.
Okay. We have a Dwarven literate person in the party, so it says, "Brother, you will find me on the frozen ferry in East Haven, and from this new base, the search for chardalyn continues. Long may our father reign over this dark land." Signed, Dearth. I'll paste that into the chat for you.
If we have 10 minutes, I can use detect magic on the lantern. I mean, probably won't give us much.
You've got enough time to determine that the lantern has a very minor transmutation magic on it.
Lantern made of the same chaos cross? Is that what they wanted it for?
No, the lantern is just enchanted to change colour. It's like a common magic item. You do find 25 gold scattered around on the table.
Oh. Do we have a party fund, or do we just split the gold up?
We just split the gold up.
Yeah, you've been splitting it. You've been splitting it, but in the party notes, there is details in the different sessions of treasure that you've got, but you haven't actually found treasure that much over the last few sessions. Session 1 and session 2, if you look in party notes under, there's the gold you got from picking up stuff and whatnot. But other stuff got removed from there after it got divided up. So someone can put that in there or collect it up. Session 7 we're on now, and then divide it up later on. Do you want to keep going and move around to another room?
Yep.
Okay. South or back around to the east?
Yeah, that one.
Down here. Okay, going through here. Takes you into an overlook. So the door opens to a large empty room, and there's a bit of snow in the corners as it's blown in through some arrow slits. There's an arrow slit here and an arrow slit here, and there's bars. You can see the bars across the windows here. And so it's possible that you were observed coming up, or at least some point someone poked their head through and had a look. There's stairs descending down to an armory where there's stuff sized for dwarves, but steel shields, war picks, javelins, 2 climbers kits and 4 mess kits. I'll paste them into the chat so you've got them. So it looks like it would be some sort of storage area. It looks like it's designed as if it would carry a lot. It can hold a lot more than that going forward. Perhaps they're looking to store a lot more here going forward, or in the past. And through this little room through here, there's a trapdoor similar to the one that you saw outside.
Open up just to make sure it's the same one.
Yeah, it does descend down and then heads down in this sort of direction out towards your thing. You can scooch.
This probably just goes to that.
Okay, carry on.
Make sure, yeah.
back down the other way.
So basically, you've got everything. The pearls.
Okay. Looks like cells here. You can probably, I think you can just see the doors. Just see the doors of the room. And what's in these cells, looking through the gates, is three what look like reghead barbarians and 2 humans, probably 10-towners, fishermen of some description. And they look, they're walking around as if they're zombies, like undead, but they've got all this fungal growth all over them. It seems to be sort of growing out of them. Their eyes, they don't seem to see with their eyes. It's just all this sort of grey fuzz, as if they've got some sort of infection.
Oh, can we move without being seen or noticed by them?
They don't seem to see you.
Alright, that's good.
And there are stairs descending. And it's from here that you find 4 doors. So this looks like a quarters. There's a table with some eating stuff on it, and 4 small rooms with sleeping quarters. Looks like these rooms could have a lot more characters in them as well. So they're 20 by 20 rooms. If I sort of, hang on, I'll just do this, give you a bit of a... And they could have bunks to have a lot more dwarves in them, again in the future, but unused at this stage. And in here, you find the pouch with the pearls, 3 daggers, woodcarver's tools, navigator's tools, fishing tackle, and a potion. There's also a few coins in the pouches that you can collect up. I'll put that into the chat as well. 73 silver. With that, having a good look all through, you've now gone into every room, collecting up everything you can, doing a bit of a loot and a scout about.
Mm-hmm.
Are you leaving these fungus things in their cells, just to their own?
Any magic come up on magic detection?
The potion. And that comes.
Okay, so not the fun.
No, they don't come up as magical. You can do a medicine check, observing them if you want. Someone who's.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'll just use that the divine sense if they're really zombies.
Okay. They don't detect as undead to you, which they might look undead, but Ash, from a medical perspective, they actually look like animated plants. What used to be human is somehow infected and being controlled in a zombie-like state, a vegetable state. You have heard of some fungus humanoid-based creatures where their leaders do have the ability to infect living creatures with their spores, and the fungus then grows through them and they become thrall to them. Looks like that's what's happened to these poor souls.
We may have to ask the dwarf about them. We wouldn't want them to develop some sort of biological weapon.
Maybe you should go ahead and burn them, Elros.
Why? They're not causing us any harm.
Oh. Alright.
I'm like, they they're just beings that are just there. They're
Okay.
just existing.
They're just vibing, you say.
All right. So,
There's one more room here, right?
no, you've been into that one. That's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there's a passage there, which goes into this room, which is like an observation area.
Yeah. That being said, now that we've done this part, to complete our delivery to the Kelvin's Cairn, is there a way to the summit of this mountain?
Yeah, so you're in the foothills.
Still a fair ways from it, though.
Yeah, you're in the foothills to it. Yeah, it's still a fair way to get to the summit from here.
Right. Because since we're here, we might as well push through and lock up the dwarf in his cage.
We're as close to town as we are to Kelvin's Cairn. We're going to have to go back to town anyway.
Yeah, true.
What we can do is it's just on 11:30 pretty much, so it's actually a good place to stop. You can decide that through the week or debate, where to from here. Either head back to town and drop off Nildar and give back the goods and be heroes, and then head back to Kelvin's Cairn if that's the way you want to go, or press on for a jaunt up Kelvin's Cairn and either with Nildar in tow or pick him up on the way back. Or something different, whatever you decide.
Alright.
You also have two
Don't
goats.
particularly want to drag prisoners on a mountain climb.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You've also got two goats that were also reported stolen.
Do we level up?
Town.
Not at this stage, but you're similar to last time. You're feeling very experienced. Swole with pride. You're all talking about running away from that battle, and even in fighting retreat, you sort of knocked a couple down, so much so that Jackus just had to stand there and tank two guys while you set up a good shooting gallery. But yeah, so this guy's in summary claims to be the son of Xardorok. And he is this guy Nildar is the leader in Xardorok's absence of this forward post of the Sunblight fortress, from which they're intending to launch further exploration and raids in their search for chardalyn. Seems it hasn't stopped them from stealing a goat from time to time when the opportunity comes up.
Are there extra sleds for the goats?
No, there's just one large sled. Similar to what the dwarves were doing, you could just haul it yourself so that you can put things on it, and it's an easy way to carry a lot heavier load than you would be able to carry yourself.
Okay.
It's slow going, but then when you can afford and get an opportunity to get some huskies,
Basically hook up the axe-beak be able to pull it if I set up a harness for it.
You can set up a harness for it, but it wouldn't be axe-beak speed. It'd just be similar to walking speed.
Yeah. We don't.
But yeah, you could get it to haul it, rig up something. just to save yourself having to haul it yourself. But what I'll do is...
We did quite well to come out of that fight, but I just want to say that I used my channel divinity and every single spell I had.
Yeah.
Same here. Same here, man. I'm out.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to need a long rest.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah,
That hurt a lot.
It was definitely whack-a-mole with Sharpie and Elros going up and down like yo-yos, which then drains the activations of others with the healing things.
I mean, if you actually crit on your
Put it to this
attack,
it's just the way it goes.
you would have killed me in that one hit.
Yeah.
And then that, or you would have got me down, and then that second attack from that other one would have finished me off.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit.
I was fully intending to have guys attack guys that drop, but it never actually came up. I didn't get an opportunity to have a free guy whacking someone who was unconscious.
Because that's 2 death saves instantly.
It is, yeah.
That is rough, though.
Yeah. But I was playing them to their abilities, and the way, like, their first thing is to enlarge themselves, and then their second thing is to go invisible, and then they take their time to get into a position where they can attack you with advantage and from invisibility. So, that it actually took them 2 or sometimes 3 rounds before they could get into position. So they get that advantage, but it means there's a bit of setup time. They couldn't all just rush you simultaneously on the one round, which probably would have been disaster, but then they wouldn't have been invisible and they wouldn't have been large and doing double damage. So that's just the downside of being a grey dwarf. Things take time.
Well, they had so much to set it up as well.
They had what, sorry?
Yeah. I mean, we spent, half of us spent several rounds just running to get to the battle. So.
Yeah, you're a bit spread out.
I spent like 3 rounds doing nothing but dashing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But
we survived. We pulled through. I really need that level up to improve my healing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh god.
Okay. There's one other thing I should mention, probably for Sharpie. You feel that there's some sort of voice in your head, like your telepathy. There's some sort of voice in your head, a language what languages do you speak, by the way?
Check. I speak Common, Halfling, and Sylvan from memory.
Yeah, okay. So there's something, some message repeated over and over in your head. You can't recognise it, but it's definitely there, and it's been at the back of your mind for a while, but not something that you particularly noticed.
Back of my mind, just can we define a while, like the last couple of days since I've come to the fortress?
No, just seems to be growing such that you can go, oh, that's actually not, my ears ringing a little bit. It's there's actually some sort of language there. There's words coming into my head.
The language.
Sorry?
This is the language.
You're breaking. Your voice is breaking up. I'm hearing language, but not the first bit.
I'll speak out the words that I'm hearing in my head and see if anyone recognises the language.
Okay. So you just try and mimic, parrot them. So what languages have we got between the party? I know Elros is a bit of a language dude.
Yes, Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Primordial, and Sylvan.
Okay. Doesn't ring as any of those.
Orc?
No. No others?
Giant or goblin?
No giant or goblin, no.
Elvish.
Okay. If anyone's got Arcana as a proficiency, I'll give you...
Oh, I do.
Okay, I'll give you a roll to see if, even though you can't tell what it's saying, from him saying it, you might recognise the language that's being spoken.
I got an 11.
Okay. You can't figure it out today. You could have another roll tomorrow.
Alright.
Yep. Sort of, you have
The
to
Sharpie have a level in Warlock. or
Half
something.
days.
You have to think on it.
Or just it might have been, in my pocket or my backpack, just by accident somewhere. I have no idea how it got there.
What's
Yeah, so do you want me to roll another one?
Not for now. We'll do that
not right
after,
now.
after your long rest.
Okay.
And for these sorts of things, the difficulty level goes higher the longer you have these fails, but it means, and eventually it might get to the point where it's just not possible to pass it, but it's possible to take your time on it and rack your brain just like a math puzzle and maybe eventually solve it, given time. Or maybe it's completely stumped and you just can't crack it. So that's the way that I simulate those sorts of activities. So yeah, if you sort of sleep on it and then have another go, get Sharpie to recite it again and see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but with that, I think we'll
maybe
close
you
out
should
for
write it down
tonight.
for now.
And we'll have Nina, the Bard, back with us next week.
Awesome. Thank you for the session.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. So, did anyone take? Is anyone recording all the treasure?
It's in the